Good morning, Facebook. This is Jason Carrington with the Carrington Report, our morning edition. I just want to bring you up to date on what's going. I want to bring you up to date on the stats for the Las Vegas mass shooting. It still stands at 59 people. Thank God that they've stopped. They've tried to stop the death from bleeding out. They tried to stop the the death toll, and they're stopping him because it's still at 59 and 527 people are injured. So the doctors and the people that are taking the first responders in Las Vegas are stopping the death toll because it stands at 40. It stands at 59, even though that's a massive amount of people that's been killed in one sitting, and the wounded are at 527. So they stop it from going to 60, which is a good thing. That's why all the first responders do what you do. That's what the first responders are there for. They're there to take care of us. They're there to help us. They're there to do what we do. Do what you do. Now, on the component of the talk in America when it comes to gun control, okay, it's going to seem like I'm going to be a little bitchy, or maybe I'm going to say little things that I maybe shouldn't say, but well, frankly, I don't care. So, the Republican Party does not want to have the gun conversation. We can have everything, but we cannot have the gun conversation. It's like the Republicans telling African Americans, no, you can't have the race conversation because you're always talking about race. You're pulling the race card. So we can't have that conversation because you're always going to pull a race card. So when it comes to gun control, the Republicans are also saying, no, we're not going to have that. No, we're not going to have that conversation about gun control because we have a Second Amendment country. So we're not going to have that conversation about gun control. We're going to talk about the mentally disabled when it comes to mass shooting, but we're not going to talk about the machines that they use. This man walked into a hotel with 23 guns. 23 guns. And he had a mechanism. He had a mechanism that was going on the trigger. He had a semi-automatic, but he had a mechanism on his semi-automatic that was turning on the trigger. So it make it seem like it was just like he had a machine gun, but he didn't have a machine gun. He just basically put this thing on his trigger, and then he turned it on. It was turned on automatically. It didn't turn on automatically, but it was mechanical. And it was just going around shooting. We were just going around shooting. So we don't want to talk about that. We want to talk about the mental stability of the person, but we don't want to talk about the machines that he used to kill people. That's a separate conversation. But the Republicans also say, we don't want black people to talk about, we don't want you guys to talk about race. We want you guys we don't want you to pull the race card all the time, but we're going to do things that make it seem like it's racial. A different conversation for a different time. So, this is my take on it, and I've been around for some years. I don't look at them. See, I don't look at, but I've been around for some years. So my take on it is, when it comes to Muslims or people, when it comes to people of color, according to the Republicans, when it comes to Muslims, like the post nightclub massacre, we need to ban all Muslims, because this is how we're going to stop a massacre happening in America. We ban all Muslims. A Muslim did this. We're going to ban all Muslims. Therefore, we won't have mass shootings anymore. We proved that was proven wrong on Sunday. Different topic for a different time. So we ban all Muslims. Therefore, Muslims won't come into America and killing us, because they keep on saying, well, Muslims are killing us. We need to know what's going on. They have America all in a frenzy. They have America all scared of Muslims. They have Americans all scared of the hijab. They have Americans all scared of this. They have Americans all scared of this. And we are banning all Muslims from coming into America. So we have a ban that's in effect right now. There's a ban that's in effect. Excuse me. There's a ban that's in effect right now that's going to ban Muslims from coming to America. We have that ban into effect right now. It's been extended because the old ban was going to expire. So the Supreme Court went ahead and extended it so we can ban more Muslims coming into America. So we got the ban going on. When it comes to Mexicans, we have to keep Mexicans from coming into a country because Mexicans are killing Americans, or Mexicans are rapists, or Mexicans are all this. So we need to keep all Mexicans from coming into America. We need to throw up this wall and keep Mexicans out because Mexicans are killing America. That's the Republicans' thinking. That's a lot of people who voted for Donald Trump's thinking. So we need to keep Mexicans out because Mexicans are killing Americans. They're raping Americans. They're taking our jobs. They're doing all this. They're blaming other people. So now we have a ban on Muslims. We have a ban on Mexicans. When it comes to a white person, a white domestic terrorist, well, he's a lone wolf. It's something mental. He's a lone wolf. So we have to not say, we can't stop people from, he's a lone wolf. He's helpless. There's something wrong with him mentally. But when it comes to Mexicans, it's all Mexicans. When it comes to Muslims, it's all Muslims. When it comes to blacks, it's all black. Because Huckabee Sanders, the first thing she did when they were talking about the mass shooting, the first thing she brought up was, well, there's all kinds of shootings every day in Chicago. No, we're not talking about Chicago. We're talking about a mass shooting that a rich white man did in Las Vegas 2 days ago. Killed 59 people, wounded 527. That's what we're talking about. What that person did in 20 minutes was a Muslim bringing down a plane in rural Virginia. A plane. Many people as he wounded is as much people that's on a plane. And we're going to ban Muslims. I know we can't ban Americans, but we at least can have that conversation. We can have that conversation. We can't ban Americans. Believe me, we can ban Americans. There's a couple of Americans I would like to ban, but I digress. So we can't ban Americans, but we can have the conversation. Same thing with the opioid addiction. Oh, they need help because they're on these drugs, and we need to help Jane and Beth and Brett and Biff and Jason. Well, Jason, that's my name. But anyway, different story for a different time. So we need to help Jeff and Brett and Biff and all these other Caucasian people because they have a problem. We need to help them. We need to help them because they have a problem. Black people, we need to put black people in jail because they have a problem. See what I'm saying? Do you get where I'm coming with this? So when it comes to Caucasian people, white people, we need to help them. We need to not stain them. We need to help them because we don't want to destroy their future. Black people, we don't care about your future. We're going to send you to jail, and when you go to jail, we're going to have all your rights stripped away. So when you come out into society, and you have no skills and you can't get a job, then you just repeat the cycle. Different story for a different time. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the mass shooting in Las Vegas. So the record, because it is a record, this man has killed more. This is the most deadliest mass shooting in the history of modern America. The history of modern America. So this man killed 59 people. Evidently, he was wealthy. He was wealthy. He had no problems, according to his family. His family was like, I don't understand. I just don't understand. He had money. I don't understand. Where did he get all these guns? He had money. He had wealth. I don't understand. they're just dumbfounded. Let this mass shooting be on the foot of the Muslim, the Black, the Mexican. Let this mass shooting be on their foot. We need to stop Muslims from coming into America because they are killing us. We need to stop Mexicans from coming into America because they are raping us. Again, we need to stop. We can't stop blacks from coming to America because we're here. We need to put all black people in jail because they are doing drugs. Again, When it comes to Caucasian people, white people doing mass shootings, that person, see where I'm going with this? That person is mentally unstable. That person has a problem. That person needs some help. And we are here to help that person. Mexicans, they. Blacks, they. Muslims, they. White people, that person. That person needs to be, has some mental issues. We need to work on his mental issues. That, they. But you say, but why are you always playing the race card? Because I just explained it to you. There are mass incarcerations of African Americans in jail, mass incarceration of Mexicans in jail. But it seems to be very little Caucasians. Where you say, where blacks are committing more crimes. No, they're not. Mexicans are committing more crimes. No, they're not. White people are committing just as much crime, but they're not getting as much time. Did you hear that? See, I did a little wrong. White people are doing the same amount of crime, but they're getting less time. A judge said on the bench, a white young person was convicted of rape, convicted of molesting someone while she was asleep. He was convicted. He was arrested. They went to a trial. He was convicted, and then there was sentencing. The judge said from the bench. Why he was doing his sentencing. I'm not going to send you to jail because I don't want to ruin your future as far as getting a job. I'm not going to have you register as a sex offender because I don't want to ruin your future. This is what it comes when it comes to Caucasian people. This is what the judge said. I'm not going to do this because it's going to ruin your future. I'm not going to sentence you because it's going to ruin your future. I'm not going to have you register as a sex offender because it's going to ruin your future. So, different person, black person. I'm going to send you to jail because you don't have a future anyway, basically. But that's a different story for a different time. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the Las Vegas mass shooting. Now, where it stands right now for the Las Vegas mass shooting is like 59 people. 59 people are dead. 527 people are wounded. This white, rich man, why do you keep on stressing the fact that he's white? Because I'm what you said. This white, rich man goes into the Mandalay Bay Hotel with 23 bags. 23. All of them have guns in them. He walks into a hotel in America with 23 bags. He was there from Thursday until Sunday. He walks into let me say this again. He walks into a hotel in America with 23 bags. And in those 23 bags, he had guns, rifles, scopes. He had a little tripod for the gun to sit on while he was killing people. 23 bags. 20 guns were found in his room. 20. 18 were found at his home. Who needs all those guns? Who needs 38 guns? Who needs 38 guns? You're only going to shoot one. You're only going to shoot one gun at a time. Who needs 38 guns? What does this gun do that this gun doesn't do besides kill people. Who needs 38 guns? Different story for a different time. And he had explosives. So this rich, now let me put this in the context. This rich white man who has money, prestige, his own plane, he owns houses, he's got money in the stock market, he's winning big money in Las Vegas, but he's upset. He's upset about something. What could he possibly be upset about? He has money, wealth, property, planes, automobiles, trains, all the gadgets that every American is aspiring to get, but he's upset. Upset about what? That's what people are so. That's what's astonishing about this story, because if it was a young person and he said, okay, this is a young person, he's easily manipulated, and he's joining ISIS because there's something going wrong. There's something going wrong in his life that he has a problem with, or he's afraid of, or he's against the government, or something's going on. That's their thinking. This is a 64-year-old man who's lived his life, who's very wealthy, multi-million-dollar wealthy. There's wealthy, and then there's very wealthy. There's like a thousandaire and then the millionaire. He was in the millionaire category. He wasn't the millionaire category, but he was in the millionaire category. There's a thousandaire, there's a millionaire. He was in the millionaire category, not the thousandaire, the millionaire category. And he was winning up to $250,000. He was a professional gambler. He was making these large bets and winning these large amounts of money in Vegas. And it's just like, everybody's just dumbfounded because he doesn't go into the norm. He doesn't fit into any category. Okay, well, if you say if the blacks do a mass shooting, okay, the blacks are doing mass shootings because there's something wrong with the blacks because they're doing mass shooting. If it's a Mexican mass shooting, well, there's something wrong with the Mexicans because they just hate America. They just hate Americans, or they're raping America, or they're doing all this. But he's put in the category. When it's a Muslim doing a mass shooting, well, they're in this category because they hate America. There's something that they hate about what we're doing in America that they don't like. There's three separate categories that the Republicans see Americans in: the Muslims, the blacks, the Hispanics. Three separate categories. The Caucasian category over there, way over there. Oh, he's a lone wolf. There's something mentally wrong with him. He needs our help. He doesn't need to be put in jail. He needs our help. There's something that's wrong with him that we need to help him because he needs to be a pillar of society. And it's like, okay. You know what? And it's like everybody said, well, blacks are always playing the race card. Like Auntie Maxine said, Auntie Maxine said, yes, we're playing the race card, and there's other cards that we should play. There's other cards that we need to play. Because this has been going on for a while. And it's just like this person goes into a hotel with 23 bags, 23, for a week stay. Now, unless he's Miss Thing, he don't need 23 bags. I can understand Miss Thing needing 23 bags because Miss Thing need to have a different outfit for every night, a different outfit for every hour. But he was not Miss Thing. He was a 64-year-old Caucasian man having 23 bags, and no one decided to look, no one decided to question, no one decided to search. They were like, okay, because in Vegas, there's a gun show every weekend in Vegas. Every weekend in Vegas. It's not like a yearly thing. It's like, okay, we're having a yearly gun show, so this is my time to go and sell the guns that I've accumulated over the years, and therefore, since it's a yearly thing, we're going to do yearly thing. We're going to go to this gun show because it's a yearly thing, and I've have this gun and I need to get rid of it and all of this. You know, I've had a lot of guns, so I need to get rid of them. In Vegas, not only do they have one gun show every weekend, they have several gun shows every weekend. Every weekend they have a gun show. Every weekend. And in Vegas, you don't have to register a gun. You don't even have to do a background check when it comes to a gun show. So you can, a Caucasian person could go into a gun show, not a black person. A Caucasian person can go into a gun show and just put the money on the table and buy a gun. Don't need no background check. Don't need no sort of registration. They can just go in there and buy a gun. Go in there and buy a gun. No registration, no background check. And walk out with any gun they want. That happens every weekend in Vegas. Every weekend. So, they thought it was normal for this person to be walking in a hotel with 23 guns. 23 guns. I'm just like, I'm just baffled. O.J. Simpson got 9 years for one gun. You understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? O.J. Simpson got 9 years for one gun. For one. This man had 23. O.J. Simpson had one gun. He got 9 years. This Caucasian man had 23 guns. Well, he did kill himself, but I guess it's equal. I guess. But he killed 59 people because he felt like it. Do you not like understand this? I'm like, this man, this rich white man goes into a hotel with 23 bags filled with ammunition, guns, a tripod, a scope to put on the gun to shoot the people, and a tripod to have the gun stand there. He walks into a hotel with 23 bags, with 20 guns, kills 59 people, wounds 527. Because why? He felt like it. He felt like it. He felt like it. He walked into a hotel, killed 59 people, wounded 527, busted out 2 windows. Why? Because he felt like it. And it's like, everybody's just like, no, that can't be possible. Nobody is that evil. Nobody is that strange. Nobody is that mentally disabled. But evidently this person was. That weird, that strange, that evil. And to top it all off, when he was in Vegas, now he came with guns from Mesquite, Nevada. He came with guns. While he was in Vegas, he bought guns. So he came with guns, he bought guns, he killed people, and he's a lone wolf. He's mentally disabled. And nobody can understand. Now, not only are you bringing, you're talking about not all mentally ill people do that. There's mentally ill people in America. There's mentally ill people all in the entire world. But there's not a lot of mentally ill persons that bring a gun to Vegas, buy a gun to Vegas, has scopes, guns, tripods, and there's a little mechanical thing that's on the gun, on the trigger, that goes around like this, that makes it seem like it's an automatic. So you can have a semi-automatic gun, and then you can arrange it to be an automatic, because inside the trigger, and all you do is just, you can do it with remote control. You press it and just do like this and just shoot off random. It just continuously shoot. It's a continuous. That's why it sounds like 10 shots are going off. That's why it sounds like he has a machine gun, because it keeps on going and 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 keeps on going, keeps on going, keeps on going, and then he shot all the bullets in his first mags or bullet whatever, the first containers or magazines. He emptied one magazine. He reloaded. Emptied the second magazine. He reloaded. Emptied the third magazine. He reloaded. Emptied the fourth magazine. He reloaded. Why? Because he felt like it. Because he felt like it. And I can understand. Well, what do you mean he felt like? He felt like it. So everybody even the son, even the brother that's in Florida, he was just like, I don't understand. I don't understand. He has no affiliation with religion. He has no affiliation with politics. He has no affiliation with a person that's overseas. I just don't understand. I don't know. It's like, this is the strangest mass shooting, because every mass shooting has a reason for. I was bullied. I was this. I was that. There's a reason for a mass shooting. I'm not saying having a reason for any mass shooting is bad. It's just that any mass shooting is bad. But I can understand why a person will feel that they have no way out. I can understand that. But for a person, a human being that's on this planet, who has wealth, real estate, his own plane, stocks, winning all kinds of money at the casino. The fact that a person goes into a hotel with 23 bags, 20 guns, ammunition, scopes, tripods, a hammer that destroys windows, kills 59 people. 59. Damn near 60. 59 people. Wounds 527. Because what? He felt like it. He woke up that day and he said, this is the day. Maybe he had a suicide. Maybe he has a suicide by cops. Maybe that could be the reason. Or maybe he was going through financial difficulties. We don't know what anybody's finances is. According to reports, he was a wealthy person. According to reports, he was winning at video poker. According to reports, he had multiple houses. According to reports, he had stock markets, stocks and bonds and all the other stuff. According to reports, he had a somewhat good life. Well, and one day he just snapped. What does it say? What makes a person snap like that? And it's like, when it's Muslims, no, all Muslims are bad. All Muslims need to be banned from America. When it's blacks, all blacks are bad. All blacks need to be treated as pariahs in America. People in America are more scared of black Americans than they are scared of any other race in America. Let me say this one more time. Americans are scared of black Americans than any other race in America. I can understand. I get it, for the fact that Black Americans are shown more on the TV as rapists and murderers and drug dealers and all of that stuff. They're portrayed more on TV. I get it. But Caucasian people, not Muslims, not Mexicans, and not black people. Caucasian people have done more mass shootings than any other race in America. See, when black people get mad and they have a beef with somebody, they have a beef with that person. So they talk. I'm gonna kill you, whatever. They talk. They talk. White people get upset. White people don't get upset with other people. White people get upset with themselves. And when white people get upset with themselves, they want to take a bunch of people with them. See, black people get upset with other people. They have a beef. They work it out. Have a fight, whatever. Maybe there's weapons involved. Latin people, they get upset. Maybe there's weapons involved. They get upset with another person. Caucasian people gets upset with themselves. When they get upset with themselves, they want to take everybody with them. I'm upset. My wife is leaving me. My kids are my wife is leaving me. I'm going through a divorce. I'm going through child custody battle. They get upset with themselves. They get into a depression, and they want to take everybody with them. It's like, well, did he get into a fight that day? Who did he get into a fight with? No, he didn't get into a fight with somebody. He got into a fight with himself, or he was upset with himself. And since he said, I'm upset with myself, I'm going to either have suicide by cop. And since I'm going to have suicide by cop, I'm going to take a bunch of people with me. He killed 59 people, wounded 527 because he felt like it. So if any Republican, after this mass shooting, bring up Chicago one more time. Listen, this rich white man walks into a hotel room with 23 bags, 20 guns, ammunition, a tripod, a scope, something to put on the gun to make it an automatic, not a semi-automatic, make it automatic. He emptied 6 magazines full of bullets that can pierce body armor, pierce bulletproof vests, pierce metal, pierce anything. And he did that all because he felt like it. He got up that day and he said, I'm going to kill people because I can, and I'm going to kill people because I feel like it. If the Republican Party brings up Chicago one more time, it's like, you guys have nothing to say. This Caucasian man killed 59 people because he felt like it. But you're talking about black. Well, blacks are doing this. Blacks are this. Mexicans, rapists. Mexicans are this. Muslims are this. But this one Caucasian person, he's the lone wolf. One. That Caucasian person is the lone wolf. They are rapists. They are murderers. They are drug dealers. They are terrorists. They are illegals raping Americans. They, Caucasian, that one person, the lone wolf, killed 59 people. Not they. Here we go. That. So that's my rant for the morning here on. That's my rant for the morning for the Carrington report. So I'm just gonna. This is what's going on in Las Vegas right now. There are 59 people that are dead, and my condolences go out to their families, and prayers go out to their families. And there's another 527 people that are wounded that are still in the hospital. The doctors and everybody inside of Las Vegas are trying to stop the death. Stop the death. Here we go. Stop the death number. Trying to stop it. And it's like, no one else is dying in this hospital from a gunshot wound today. No. And it's like the first responders are our first line of defense when it comes to mayhem and tragedy and all that other stuff. And so we need to thank our first responders. So not all police officers are bad. I'm not going to say all police officers are bad. They're not all bad. There are police officers that actually care about their job. And I'm just saying we need to tell the first responders, thank you. Because the first responders are always running in when people are running out. So this is Jason Carrington with the Carrington Report.